Clash, bitch. Yo, what is up, guys? D-Dogs Gaming back with another video. Today I'm going to be making a Destiny 2 video showing off this loadout that is my favorite loadout without a doubt in the game right now. And I just been having an absolute blast using it in Crucible, and I just wanted to tell you what it is, how to use it, how to utilize it well, the different tools in the build, and showing off this gameplay. Really just is a 43 streak in quick play. I have not gone on a 50 streak yet in Crucible. This is the closest I've ever gotten. I end the game without dying towards the end, so if the game was just a little bit longer, I could have probably squeezed out an extra 7 kills. It's unfortunate. I had my super too at the end. I'm using Top Tree Stormcaller, and that super is really good and absolutely just runs through teams. So it's unfortunate I couldn't get the 50 bomb, but it's all good. Let's get into the gameplay here. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a post commentary after I discuss the build with you guys. So obviously, as you can tell here, I have the Cerberus as my main weapon. Now, a lot of you may be thinking, yo, Cerberus, what the hell, that gun is not meta. You're right, this whole loadout is not meta. It has a couple meta things in it, but the main focus of the build is not a meta loadout, but it shits on the meta, let me tell you, because I can take this into high level comp and do really well with it. I have a couple friends who I play with in comp who are good players, and they don't complain at all when I'm using this loadout because they know I put in the work with it. And it can compete, it can run with the big dogs, it can beat the big dogs. It is that good. So the Cerberus on its own is a really good weapon. It's a little bit inconsistent, but it brings versatility to your gameplay because it can shred up close nasty really fast. I recommend going to check out Mercury's Reddit post on the Cerberus Breakdown. That's what really inspired me to pick up the gun and start messing around with it again, and I was pleasantly surprised with it. It's pretty good on its own in close to medium range. You got to be careful when you're going up against good hand cannon users, but especially if they have like Luna or Not Forgotten, they can melt you before you can kill them. If it's at medium range, at close range you should be okay. Shotguns are going to be your biggest threat, and that's cool. Just learn how to play with your movement and leverage your movement and your lack of needing to be precise with this weapon to beat other players in close range and to beat shotgun users in close range even. So you can see I'm using Getaway Artists right here, and this is the secret to this build right here. This is what completes this build, is the Warlock Exotic Gauntlets Getaway Artists. So if you guys don't know what that does, is it basically, if you're using a Warlock on your Arc subclass, then you can consume your grenade and it brings up a little sentient Arc buddy like that auto tracks players, and this exotic is so underrated. It's fantastic. It shoots out a burst of 5 projectiles every like second and a half, I believe, and each of the little projectiles does 11 damage. So if it does it in a burst of 5, then it's 55 damage every second and a half you're in that engagement, and that shaves off so much time off of your time to kill basically for any weapon. And it's going to shine with close range weapons, close to medium range weapons like the Cerberus, and the reason for that is because the Getaway Artist Arc Soul has a limited engagement range, meaning that you're not going to be able to sit in the back with a sniper and lane and have it dump 55 damage on someone and get the body shot kill. It doesn't work that way. That would be a little broken. It only engages people within, like, I would say roughly, this is a rough estimate, I would say after using it a lot, I would say about 30 meters, 35 meters max. Like, that's pushing it. Honestly, I would say 30 meters. Like, if you're, I'm a little unsure, so I'm just gonna say 30 meters. And that's perfect because that's the range that you want to be engaging with the Cerberus. And when I have my Arc Buddy up, I feel so confident in my engagements because the time to kill is ridiculous. The Cerberus kills faster the closer you are to people, because the more chance that you have of landing all of the projectiles. You can see I just melted that Striker Titan before he got the slam off. My teammate was helping me there, but yeah, it works fantastic. And if you don't know, the Cerberus has reverse damage fall off. So the further away you go, the more damage you do, but the less precise your bullets are going to be, because it has 4 barrels. So wherever you're aiming, that's like the center barrel. You're going to be guaranteed landing at least 1 barrel of bullets on them, or whatever you want to call it. And it rotates. The other 3 barrels rotate around the center barrel in the shape of like a triangle. That's what's it called? The equilateral triangle or some shit, where it's like it's all equal from each other. So picture that like rotating around a singular point, and that's the way the Cerberus works when it's firing. So the closer you are, the more probability is of you landing more bullets on your target. You're gonna melt them absolutely very fast. And yeah, I have really fun using this build, because you can play really aggressive and be confident in your primary gunfights, basically, to shred aping shotgun users, people using fusion rifles, Not Forgottens, Lunas, even Last Words, you name it. Hell, if I have my Arc buddy up and I'm using my Cerberus, I can trade with somebody using a Recluse with Master of Arms. That's how fast the time to kill is. Master of Arms on the Recluse, when it's procced, has a TTK of roughly 0.43 or 0.47 seconds. I can trade with somebody using a Recluse while that perk is procced. And the time it takes them to get 8 bullets off on me, because that's how much it takes, 25 damage a bullet while they have Master of Arms procced, I can trade with them. That's how competitive this loadout is. Now, to ensure that I have my Arc buddy up as much as possible, I am using 4 grenade mods. I'm using 4 grenade mods and 1 mobility mod, because on my Warlock I like to run at like 1 resilience and at least 8 mobility. And the recovery I can care less about. So I just make sure that I have that 1 mobility mod on my helmet to get me up to 8 mobility, and I have the rest of my 4 mods to grenades, or ordnance mods as it's called in the game. And it absolutely shreds. Shit, I hope I have time for a post commentary. It's really good. So talking about my secondary, you've seen it already here in the gameplay. I'm using backup plan Erentil. Now everyone knows Erentil's meta. I personally like being aggressive or reactionary with my fusion rifle, with my secondary, and so that's why I choose to use backup plan. I'm also pretty proficient using backup plan. I do play on an Astro controller, so my right back paddle is my swap weapons button, so I can swap weapons while aiming, so that gives me a little bit of a leg up with my when I'm using a backup plan fusion rifle in general. And Erentil obviously is the most forgiving, and it's honestly there for oh shit moments when I know I need to put down a shotgun user when I'm low on health, or to be honest, it's like my pocket sniper, if you will. Everyone knows how good an Erentil is that can map people from crazy ranges. So it's really my sniper slash fusion rifle slash oh shit shotgun type of gun. It does everything all in one. So that's why I love using a backup plan Erentil. On this one particularly, the other perk it has on it has a stability masterwork, I believe, or the not projection fuse. Particle accelerator, which is the stability, plus 10 to stability, and it has under pressure, so it's very accurate and it's very consistent. So yeah, this build I strongly suggest that you go and try it out. It works really well for me. You know, if you were to use this Cerberus without the Getaway Artists, then I don't think you're going to be doing that good. I think a Last Word is going to be better. And I'm glad I brought up the Last Word, because the Cerberus gets overshadowed by the Last Word. And if you were to compare the two, and I understand why. If you were to compare the two, the Last Word is definitely more consistent, but the Cerberus is more versatile. So it's up to you as a player. What do you value more? Do you value more consistency, or do you value more versatility in your gameplay? With the Cerberus, especially with the Arc buddy up, then this grenade gets them. I was so low there. Shout out to Top Tree Storm. So yeah, so if you value consistency over versatility in your loadout, then you're going to want to go with the last word. It's very consistent. It's very easy to get 4 body shot kills or 3 headshot kills if you're ADSing. And I personally really like the last word. I do use it a lot. I like to ADS with it, but there's nothing quite the same as the Cerberus. So yeah, no post commentary. Oh well. Anyways, guys, that's it for the video. Give the loadout a try, and peace out.
43 streak, bro. Are you kidding me? I got 2 back-to-back reruns. What the?